What's going on? Hey, so check this out. This right here is a Bad Crypto Nifty Club. So we've been working with Uncut.network for a while to help them figure out what they're going to do, how this collective thing could be working, and it's coming out pretty good. Woo! Carlos and his team over there at Uncut are doing some really cool stuff to work with NFT communities, helping them become collectives. Now, if you had this right here, this gave you the ability to claim this right here, which was Captain Corn.
Wow.
So Captain Corn basically enabled you to claim this NFT. This was one of the very first NFTs that I ever created on using AI. And so it was really cool. So this right here, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, what happened was the final 100th one of this was claimed. And then Joel Comm of Bad Crypto, my co-host, he goes, well, create them an NFT. And I said, of what? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I don't know, be creative. And I said, oh, thanks for the direction. And so I said, all right, well, what could I do? And so what I decided to do was create these little corn wizards. You can see here we got Duke Kettle Corn, we got Count Cobb Daddy, Colonels Cobbsworth, Baron Von Harvest, Jester Jimmy Crack Corn, and Prince Cornelius. We also have Sheriff Maisie Mays. We have Sir Lord Sweetcorn, who might resemble someone. And we got Sir Lord McPopperton, who kind of reminds us of Joel. And then we have King Shucks the second. He's the king. And I thought, well, wait a second. We probably need some women. They need some women maidens in this corn wizard world. And so this has evolved into this whole thing. And so you can check this out. CornyTopia.com is the website. And basically the thought is that we want to create something that can educate, entertain, inspire, also sort of enchant and enlighten a little bit and kind of, get people going on this thing. I think it could be fun. Teaching people morals, values, problem solving, critical thinking skills, different things that sort of puzzles build up these type of skills in the minds of the young ones. I think, spirituality stuff and especially emotional management, your intelligence, your emotional intelligence is so important. A lot of times things can happen and they just get built around your wall of your heart. You just get so angry and bitter over time. Well, what this can do is this can actually help fix that. Some of these things, we're going to teach that. So there's some really cool stuff. Dr. Bradley Nelson has a book called The Emotion Code and the Body Code that talk about some of these things. I've studied a lot of different books, a lot of different thought processes around the time. So we're going to create this cool NFT-inspired world that is, well, it's powered by NFTs, but it's inspired by corn. And who hates corn? Crickets, crickets. Nobody hates corn. Well, you might not like to eat it, but nobody hates it. There's no nationality that hates it. There's no religion that hates it. No political party hates it, right? There's no racists that hate it. I mean, everybody loves corn. Fascists love corn too, So it's one of the things that seems like it's the least divisive food potentially that could maybe help unify us collectively. So what's cool is we're writing a book. It's on book.io. I'll type the book in here. It's a book.io. You can see here when we get to the main page, we will be launching soon. This is right here, CornyTopia, by not Travis Wright. Lord T.W. Wright will be the author of this book. And what's fun about this is not your regular book. The idea of this is to have the magic and adventure of Harry Potter and that sort of magical sort of treasure-seeking skills of Goonies, meeting South Park, that sort of snarky attitude, right? But then also some heartwarming friendships and love of like Care Bears. Also bringing in some life lessons like from Sweet Pickle's book series. So there's so many great people who created amazing things along the way. And a lot of this we can get a resurgence and build on top of the shoulders of giants and help inspire our future. Because I know this, undisciplined, bratty, entitled children tend to grow up to be immature, kind of not so great people to be around as adults, right? So let's fix that because now those people are having kids and we don't want, grumpy, screeching, immature adults having kids. Like I can't even imagine the future if we don't create some sort of system to raise the vibration of the planet and educate people and help people realize that we are a spiritual being having a human experience. And in CornyTopia, they're having a corny experience. And what's cool is every chapter you can literally vote on the direction of what's going on here. Now, this right here is ownership in CornyTopia. So, of these right here, if you claimed Captain Corn, 100 of those people claimed Captain Corn. They each got one of these 10 wizards dropped into their box. So 100 of these NFTs have already been distributed. That cost them 0. Now, of those 100, 27 of them are in the Discord, discord.gg. And what they're doing there is they're voting on the direction of the story. And of those 27, 18 of them voted at least 5 times. And so all 18 of those got 1/100th. It's like actually it's 1/1000th ownership of CornyTopia. It's 1/10th of 1%, right? So they got this NFT right here, which will entitle them to 1/1000th of the total franchise. They've paid nothing so far. All they've done is they've used their support, they've used their attention, they're helping out with ideas, they're inspiring others. A lot of them have children that they're reading the book to. So the introduction is complete. The first chapter is complete. So is the second. The third is also complete. Those are being edited, and those are going to be distributed on book.io coming up here in about a week or so. I think the 16th of May is the targeted date, but it might be a little bit later than that. But this is going to be distributed by the chapter. So the first chapter is going to come with the book along with the introduction, then the second chapter, then the third chapter, et cetera, et cetera. And right now we're working on the fourth chapter, and everybody in our Discord is actually voting on the direction of the fourth chapter. NFT holders of this book will also be able to join the Discord and be able to vote on the direction of the story. Now you can join right now. You can join the discord.gg, but you can't do a whole lot in it unless you have the NFT. And it's a very select group of people who have the NFT so far. But we're working on this. We're bringing it together, and hopefully you enjoy it. And thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the corny land. So stay corny.